Peace and self-love, family. Whew, we are already into episode 5 of Tea Time. So before I present the next herb, I want to just dive into the details of my approach when it comes to tea time videos. They are short, simple, and right to the point. If you're interested in increasing your knowledge when it comes to herbs, my biggest advice to you will be to create you a Materia Medica, which is basically just a written photo album or booklet of the herbs that you use, that you have, or that you plan to use, or just want to know more about, or just herbs in general, if you want to widen your varieties. It's like having a Yu-Gi-Oh card book. I remember back in the day, those kids would come to school, or it would be a certain group of kids in our neighborhood that would come around with these binders full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards. And so when I was meditating on this, doing this video, that's the first thing that popped to my head, and I was like, oh, that's a perfect example. It gives all the details of this one character. So just picture that when you think of a Materia Medica. And on these cards, you want to make sure you have the name of the herb, like the Latin name or any other name you see fit that the herb is identified as. Remember, herbs are used worldwide. And just because I call an herb nettle, lemon balm, oregano, wormwood, things like that, doesn't mean that the next country does. You also want to make sure you have some key details concerning this herb, like the constituents it has, or at least the main ones. You want to know the key actions of the herbs, meaning how does the herb affect the body. If you are gathering herbs wild, you want to make sure you include the harvest date and the environment from which you pick the herb from. You got to always remember that the herbs take on the same vibration of the environment they are grown in. So if you pick an herb from a toxic chemical plant field, more than likely that herb is going to be toxic. If you pick a plant from, a nurtured, beautiful growing field, then that plant is going to harvest that energy. You can also add personal notes on there for your usage, like I use it in this, or I gave it to this person and this, it had this type of effect, things like that. Also, whenever you combine an herb concoction, make sure you take record of that and detail all the effects of it. Then before you know it, you got this little booklet. Oh, they are so loud. You got this little personal book you have created that if a family member comes to you and say, hey, I have this really bad pain in my side, and you can say, wow, I had that same pain 3 months ago, and I used this particular blend, and I haven't felt this since. And, let me give it to you. Let me try it. You ain't got to go run trying to rack your brain on, what you put in it, what you use, things like that. Everything, the details about it. Or if you have an allergic reaction, you're not stuck trying to figure out where it came from. All you have to do is go back into your Materia Medica, check out your ingredients and see, what you use. What was I going to say? Wow, what's my train of thoughts? So there are many benefits towards obtaining an easy to grab record of the herbs you are working with. Okay. So that's why I lost my train of thought, because I'm rambling on. Let me stop. Okay, so the main purpose of these videos is to, 1, engage my audience more, 2, share some simple herbs to maintain a healthy living, 3, keep it short, simple, and to the point, because we all know after videos run too long, we tend to lose focus. So, hope y'all are enjoying them, and I can't wait to see what episode 100 looks like. Okay, so today we have hibiscus. This is literally our household Kool-Aid. If you know me, and if I'm invited to a gathering, I'm showing up with some hibiscus punch. Okay, so in my Materia Medica for hibiscus, okay, and so basically I just have it set up like that. And just list some keynotes. Hibiscus, the name of it. Cybifida, another name for it. The family that it's in, which is mallows. The taste of it has a bitter, tart taste. The energetics of it is sweet, sour, bitter, and it's a cooling herb. The actions, I have antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-parasitic, anti-susceptic, digestive, diuretic, refrigerated, sedative, stomach, and tonic. And for indications, I have bladder infections, cancer, constipation, cough, diarrhea, fever, hangovers, hypertension, and liver disorders. And then I have the constituents listed, which are the flavonoids and anthocyanins. I have preparations and dosage, how I have used it, which is basically I've used it in a tea or a cool form. And how I prepare it, which is 2 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons to 16 ounces of water. And then I also included notes where I said, hey, I added lemongrass and lemon balm as well, for extra flavoring. And then for safety considerations, that's another key detail to make sure you have in your Materia Medica is, the safety considerations about it. You can't just go giving it to everybody and anybody and expect it. Sorry, call interrupted. And so you can't just be giving it to everybody and then expect it to have the same effects. And so what I have listed is people who are chilled should not take it. It's a cooling herb. Anybody with allergies or hypersensitivity to hibiscus should avoid. And then my special notes, I have household Kool-Aid and make tacos. So I have not only used this herb as a punch, but I've also, like I said, used it to make some tacos. You know how I like to be creative. I'll show you all one day. So this herb is not used in any of my products, but it can be purchased bulk off my website. Peace and love. Enjoy y'all tea today. I hope that was helpful.